Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 13. In this episode, we start things out. No, not November. Uh, yeah, we get a little off topic as we usually do. We then rein it back. We talk about BlizzCon stuff, a lot of announcements and stuff we may or may not be looking forward to, as well as our thoughts currently on Modern Warfare, where we think that should head, or what our gripes and or likes about it are currently. So if any of that sounds interesting, stick around, and if it doesn't, stick around. So with that said, let's get into it. To start off this episode, this is this is episode 13, isn't it?
Ooh, that's bad luck. But
Yeah.
and today's Friday. Yikes!
Ooh. Well,
Yikes.
that's the time we're recording.
But I'm Daniel's son, so it's okay.
Yeah, Rob. Finally, a little late, but
I have a party tonight.
He's dressed up.
I have a party tonight. I'm going as Daniel's son. I don't have the entire ensemble on. I ran to Goodwill before this, and I had to find red jeans. And let me tell you, dude, this isn't 1982 anymore. All right, it's hard to find red jeans. So I went to Kohl's, nothing there. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go to Goodwill, not wash these things, and just wear them to the party right now. And the only pair I could find red jeans were the women's section. And let me tell you, so I don't know how like women measurements work, dude, but these are tight. They're like
just tighten them
it's
out
like
a
a 3/26. It said on there, which apparently is very tight. So it barely got around me, but they're the only red ones in there, and I gotta look good.
Yeah, that was clear one time. It's like, men's sizing is so confusing. It's like, what do you mean? Our shirts are like small, medium, large, extra large. Like that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to do anything fancy there. And then waistline is just like your circumference. It's just like
It's
30, 32.
Right?
Yeah, like you have your width and your length, and that like almost never changes. And like from brand to brand, you know, if I go over here to JCPenney's and then I go over there to Kohl's or whatever, and they have Wrangler jeans, and these people have whatever other Van jeans, Levi's, whatever.
Brett Favre jeans.
If they're 30, 30, and 30, 30, they're pretty much going to wear the exact same. But then you go to girls, what would equivalent be of a 30, 30, or 30, 30? Like,
I don't know what it
this is twice the size, and this is two.
Yeah, not about it.
Don't even get me started on bra sizes.
Yeah, so my nuts today are going to be absolutely crushed because I tried it on in the fitting room, and it is a tight fit. Like my thighs are about to, like you can literally see like my thigh muscles, man. It's bad. Like if I make the wrong kind of bend tonight, you might hear.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Like I may rip these jeans tonight, and they were the only red ones, and I have to go all out, dude. So my nuts are gonna hate me because not only is it tonight the party where I wear those jeans, No Nut November is also upon us, and I'm taking it very seriously. Blue, you dodged my challenge yesterday. Do you accept the No Nut? Do you accept it?
Even a real. I don't. No one actually does that.
I'm doing it on Jungkook. I am doing it.
What is Jungkook?
He's the guy from BTS.
Don't worry about it. It's a meme. It's fine. Look, no one actually does that.
No
one actually
Jungkook.
Participates in it. It's just a meme that people did on the social media because oh, it'd be funny if I didn't nut. That's no one does that.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I swear to God, I'm doing it. Yeah. Why not?
Why
not? It's like Joe Rogan's like Sober October.
No one else actually does.
Dude, Shark said on Jungkook he's gonna do it too, and that means a lot to me right now.
I guarantee you, most people that you challenged will not make it past. Like
I challenged Sonic said, "All right, why not?" So I was like, "All right, Sonic's in, Shark's in."
You
I'm
have
doing
so
it.
much faith in the world right now, and
I'm doing it. I'll give you guys updates too if you want them.
You know what? I think we're good on the updates.
I'll give some write-ups.
Yeah,
Day 27. I have found enlightenment.
It's been a long day. I think I floated today. I mean, let me be honest. I haven't missed 30 days since I discovered what nutting was in 7th grade. I haven't missed 30 days. Like, that's a fact.
You can't.
We're starting the podcast off like this.
I want to see if I can get there.
This is what we get when we don't have any topic.
I want to see if I can get there. I was going to bring this up because you dodged me, but I'm going for it. I really, and I challenge you. Maybe if you're 2 days late because this comes out, go for it.
Or just
see, I can see at least I can understand stuff like that as a purpose, like Movember, whatever how you pronounce that shit. Like
No Shave November.
It says like an awareness thing, but like straight up No November is just like a Twitter meme.
But it's a real thing, dude. You can discover something about yourself during that time.
You don't discover anything.
I have heard that you start going a little crazy, and then like you're enlightened, man. You're in this enlightened state.
I may be a lot more angry.
I don't need to fap anymore. I am beyond these worldly pleasures.
By the time I come here,
the
the 4th week, I'm just gonna be like Zenyatta floating as I'm like talking to you guys. Like, let me tell you,
I have learned to navigate and control the space around me.
Remember when I said 3D Cole? Here it is.
Before we go any deeper into these topics, I did want to ask Fruit. It is TCG season for Pokemon.
It is.
Did you get any of the new Cosmic whatever boxes?
I haven't yet.
Where do you get new boxes?
I just ordered from
I really wanted
Amazon.
to buy them, but then I realized I'm broke and I'm never going to be able to buy them.
Yeah, I realized I spend way too much money on cards. So I'm like...
How much is a box?
100.
And how many comes in that box? Like how many packs?
A lot of card packs.
32 packs, I think.
Oh, that's not a lot. I thought it'd be like kind of like more Hearthstone-y, like $50, $60 is like $120.
Is pretty solid on the $100 investment though.
Well, and the difference too is, I mean, you're paying for physical stuff, shipping, labeling, boxing. All
I wanted to buy it purely because the new Silvally GX looks.
Do they actually have boxes like you can go to Walmart and buy them or no?
No. You can only get individual packs.
So those are like the wild packs. Like I don't want those.
No. Plus, those are overpriced too per booster. So if you were to get 32 of those, it'd be like double the price at least.
You can't buy the whole box though from there, could you?
No.
Oh.
They don't do open. They don't do open packs like that anymore.
Oh, really?
Because throwback here.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sell them in just that little foil. They're usually in like out of the box.
Yeah.
And they would just sell those. But people would bring like drug scales or whatever,
Yeah,
like ounce scales. Yeah. And put the pack on it, and you could tell if there was something good in it or not, because it would be like 0.01 gram difference or something, or like 0.02
really?
If it was a holographic, because the card was like just
the different weights to foils versus non-foil cards.
Yeah. So people used to you go in there and then be like, oh, okay. And then you could just fish out all the good ones, leave all the jank just stuff.
Take them.
Yeah. So instead, now they come in like individual cardboard boxes and everything. Well, not like
and
boxes,
because
but like
they come in extra packaging, they cost more.
Yeah. So thanks, whoever started that.
Do we not?
Thanks, guys.
Do you guys like that the cards like you can buy a specific card, like it shows you that card, like you will get that one? You know what I mean? Like it's like trying to induce you to buy it.
You mean
those are like promo boxes?
Yeah.
Because like some cards, like I think one I did buy there. It was like the Dragonite GX box. I did buy that because it was sick. But most of those promo boxes are there for cards that are like part of like
a movie or something.
There's just like a generally shortage of.
Well, and it's usually like a really stupid promo, like a holographic Meowth. So the kids
or some shit like that.
Oh, a Meowth! I want that one. But no one
But nobody wants that, Jimmy.
Well, and the thing too they do with those packs is they'll give you like one recent set and then two old rotated nobody wants sets.
Yep.
Like throwbacks. Probably like extra stock they have and they throw them in there. That's why I hate those. Because then you just get these you're like, what?
Never buy those.
You're really mostly paying for the promo cards that they
like is showing you on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're never really.
And then those usually come with like oversized cards, and those are really cool to collect.
The oversized ones?
Oh, yeah, they're like
so sick.
Jumbo.
Oh, do you have any jumbo cards?
Somewhere. I mean, they bend in like a second, and I don't do anything with them. They really do though, because the holographic cards so big, already will bend. But yeah, they're so big.
Mm-hmm.
Laid out in like in an hour to be.
Well, it's like it's a fun little thing to put on like walls and stuff for me.
You could use it like that.
Dude, okay, wait. Can I tell you how expensive like postering something is? I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, dude. This is nuts. So I took the Dream Team like thing we had there to get framed. And then I got like 2 My Hero posters framed. And they're not bigger than, they're just like a normal poster size, dude. So I get like a nice frame, and then my dad's like, you got to get it matted. I'm like, what is that? He's like, you got to get it matted, Robert. I was like, okay, fine.
You're not just gonna come in here and not match.
Yeah.
Not my son.
I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
It like adds like a little. I think it adds like a little cardboard thing.
Yeah, it adds like
and then it adds a little border around.
Yeah, it adds like a border. I don't get it, but whatever. Like he's like, you got to do it. So I was like, all right, fine.
It's just like a presentation thing.
Yeah. So I get that, and then of course I get the museum glass. Give me the museum, because like the other ones are like glaring off, and I was like, it made it like look cloudy. And I was like, oh, well, I got to get museum glass, because they only give you 3 choices, and so one poster's like not bigger than like maybe a foot and a half. So like one's like about a foot and a half by like a foot and a half, and the other ones are like poster.
Well said.
Those are those dimensions, a poster, a normal size poster. So I'm like checking out. I'm like, oh, these look so good. I was like, all right, like what's the damage here?
Got you.
And she's like $600.
Oh
I freaked out. I was like, I was like, what is that? I was like, for 3 of those? And she's like, yeah. And I was like,
It's that museum glass.
yeah. I was like, what was the most expensive part of that? And she goes, the frame. I go, what is this frame made out of? Like dinosaur bones? I was like, it's just the normal black frame. Like I got a normal black frame because I thought it would be cheap. And she's like, yeah, normally those frames are like what cost the most. I literally was in shock about how, and then like I was too far in the process of just being like, like it's all right, because like they had already taken 2 in the back, and they hadn't like told me the total. So I was like thinking like it'd be like $150 or like $200 or something like manageable, because I want my like room to look nice. And so, and she goes 600, and then it was too late to back out because I don't want to be like, actually, like you think you can bring this?
Why didn't you just, for all the ones I get, I just go on Amazon, buy a poster frame?
Because my dad,
it's like $30. Go pop it in, you're good to go.
My dad swore by Hobby Lobby, and like we were just running errands, and then
Hobby Lobby has to mark it up 500% because no one goes to Hobby Lobby.
It was unbelievable. And then she was like, yeah, if you went to Michael's, it would have been like 800. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was
We
like,
hate Michael's.
you guys are skamazing people, man. Like, get out of here. But I still bought it, and I pick it up the 11th. I'm really excited about it.
I mean, it's the same thing as restaurants. The way most restaurants make the most profit margin from soda. Because
Really?
they mark it up. So yeah, soda's like dirt cheap. And then they're like, here's a large for $5.
Yeah, they do.
That's like their biggest margin. That would cost them maybe like 20 cents or something.
that syrup to like put in the machine
Yeah,
and
it's
like
like
to carbonate
nothing.
it.
Yeah. So
That's probably
that's
why
how
they
they get
go-
you, dude.
That's probably why they get those nice vending machines, the ones that like you can like press and stuff.
No,
like that.
I hate those.
You don't like those?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
They don't taste the same.
They don't taste the same.
Because it
tastes
mixes
worse.
right there. Yeah, it does not taste as good.
So you think like Sprite Res is coming down and like your Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper?
just give me the regular. At first, I was like, freestyle, this is amazing. I can add vanilla. I can add cherry. But then I was like, yeah, I can add vanilla, but it tastes like garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like a McDonald's like Coke or like a.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you think Chick-fil-A has the
Chick-fil-A
best soda?
best soda.
Oh, really? I get a
Mhm.
lemonade when I go to Chick-fil-A, so I never get their
Oh.
soda. I always just get their lemonade, and that's so good.
Blue. If you could only go to one place to get a soda, where would you go?
Dude, that's so hard. Honestly, probably McDonald's, man.
Yeah, that's,
Really?
McDonald's
that's
is always so consistent
Really?
in like their syrup to
Oh.
soda ratio.
They put a lot of syrup in there.
There's someone back there in a
love
monocle
it.
crunching
No,
numbers.
they have like it's not too much and it's just
Oh.
enough carbonation.
I
Like
think
I
it's
go
a
to
lot.
other places, right? Dr. Pepper is one of the. I'm really specific about Dr. Pepper, right?
Mhm.
Because if they don't syrup it correctly, it tastes like root beer. That's disgusting. It's the
Ooh.
worst.
And we don't like that.
But if
And-
you get it just right, that's like that little cherry tang Dr. Pepper to it.
No-
And McDonald's always gets it right for me.
Nothing is
Also,
worse
tropical
than.
Sprite like literally makes me feel like
Is that
like
from the Taco Bell Tropical Sprite or?
No, that's
No, that's
Baja
from McDonald's.
Blast.
Oh no, Baja. Oh, I know
Tropical
Baja
Sprite's from
Blast.
McDonald's.
Oh, it is. I need to try that.
Here's the thing.
Dude, that shit's ascendant.
Soda is probably tainted for me from McDonald's because then they just associate it with the food from McDonald's.
Oh, really?
And maybe that taints it.
And you hate McDonald's?
Yeah.
When's the last time you ate McDonald's?
Couldn't tell you.
Wow.
Couldn't tell you.
I ate about a week ago.
And the difference too is I like a little bit more ice, and Chick-fil-A gives you more ice.
You can ask for that at any
then-
place.
But I don't. Okay, I don't want to be a bother.
The guy
plus-
who literally asked to like for someone to give them like a double wrapped tortilla from Qdoba
God.
Oh, I
and
get
give
double
it to you
wrap.
in the back, but also like do it under the table. The guy who will ask for that won't ask for more ice
Well,
in their drink.
Because here's the thing.
You like more ice in your drink?
Yeah.
Light
'cause then
ice, bro.
No, because
Light
then
ice, Rob. Thank you.
it stays colder longer, and you're less likely to get the water to dissolve and then muddy out
Yo,
the soda.
I'm triggered,
You
dude.
wanna
It
hear- you
comes
wanna hear
out
the
the
secret?
machine cold. The ice
You wanna
does
hear the
nothing.
secret? You know what the
It
secret?
comes out the
reason-
machine
yeah,
cold. You
exactly.
don't need
the reason
ice.
why you get less ice is because every single fast food place, the
It's
soda
already cold.
comes out cold.
Thank you. It's already cold, so you don't need ice. That's
I
why
don't
you get
down
less
my
ice.
soda in like 2 minutes though.
What do you mean?
Because then
But
otherwise,
then it gets all watered down. If you're like, I eat it in my
That's
meal,
what I'm
dude.
saying.
You like to sip on it. By the
Yeah.
time I'm done with my food, fries, everything, the drink is also gone.
Yeah,
No.
I have to have it all like
Soda's
done
last.
around a similar time.
Me too. Like by the time I finish my last bite of my fries, I take my last drink to like wash it all down and say, "You just ate like poop."
It's like a cycle. It's all meant to go together. It's like a 3-course meal, and you have to use it together.
That's like when he'll eat his burger and then he'll eat his fries by it triggers
like
me.
if I go Chick-fil-A,
oh my god,
I'll get spicy chicken sandwich, fries.
Okay,
and
I have
Coke.
the same problem Fruit does in that though.
Yeah, so I'll eat my spicy chicken sandwich first, not touch anything. I'll eat my fries, not touch anything. Then my Coke. Plus, it was really salty.
Oh,
so then it's like a nice.
God. See, that's weird. You gotta just see. I take bite, fry, fry, drink.
Okay, at least mine's not Rob. At least mine's not as bad as Fruit's because I'll eat all my fries and then eat the main course. But I'll be drinking my soda the whole time through that though.
See, that's cool, but like to do it individually like that is so wild to me. I'm a fiend like that. Like the fries and the burger stand, no chance.
Wait, Fruit. So you legit don't drink your soda until after everything's been consumed?
I might take like a few sips, but I normally don't touch
chokes
it.
it down, man.
Oh my
I
God,
enjoy everything bit by bit.
But they're meant to be enjoyed together.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
meant to be together.
It's not like eating a peanut butter and jelly. You just eat the peanut butter half first and then eat the jelly side. You put them together.
Real talk though, you want to change your peanut butter jelly life?
Well, yeah, crunchy peanut butter.
He's gonna like go on this whole rant about this.
Yeah, it's really easy. In the bowl, just put your peanut butter and your jelly. Mix it until it's this like creamy consistency, and then put it over.
Oh, I use crunchy.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
It's really not.
I don't agree with that
because
you lose a lot of the texture of the peanut butter being separate from the jelly.
I mean, if the texture is what you're going for.
That's almost like saying like when you're having cookies and milk, put the cookies in the milk and then just like mix it and then just eat it like that.
No,
you need to have them different.
No, because you might
that's not even
cream
remotely the same.
Yeah, it is because cookies and milk go together as peanut butter and jelly does. But they just
I would agree. Well, like Oreos and milk, I would say.
But they're together in the sandwich. You put that cookie in the milk, it's gonna get soggy.
Yeah,
that's gross.
Yeah, that's why it tastes good.
No, you're gonna bring it out. It's gonna crumble, and then suddenly you just got cookie crumbles
you have
in
to
your
have
milk.
Like that perfect timing. You take it out right when it still has the firm, but it's also a little soggy. So you get just enough milk in it.
I don't even know who you guys are.
You know what the worst part about eating cookies and milk is, and I hate it, and like it stops me from eating cookies and milk most of the time. I hate when I'm dipping in it and my tips of my fingers get in the milk and then it's cold. My tips of my fingers are cold and I hate I hate that. I hate
just
that.
Get your fingers
so
out.
When I'm like eating cookies and milk, dude, I'm seriously like
how do you hold your cookie?
I'm showing you right now. I'm like trying to like
hold the top.
Yeah, I'm like holding like it's weird, man.
You don't have to put the whole you don't have to dunk the whole thing.
No, you have to get the whole thing.
Well, then you know what you're saying.
You don't want to do it because then you have half soggy cookie, half hard cookie. That's gross.
No, you go bit by bit. You just go dip like half, bite that half. Then you go.
I don't double dip. I don't double dip in my own food or anybody's.
That's a weird chant for me. You do the whole thing.
Well, you want to know? Here. You'll like this.
All right, I'm listening.
You want to know how I eat a cookie?
Yeah. No.
I eat it in a circle. And I have to start from the outside and I go in.
You're going to make me throw up.
So you start with the cookie and I eat. Like I'll eat a bit of the edge, and then I have to go around. I look like a little squirrel. I go around until I've eaten all the crust, and then you repeat, and then it just gets a smaller circle, and then the last one.
What? I swear, when you were a kid, like you saw other people eating food, and you were like, "Not me. That couldn't be me. Nope." And then you were like, "I'm eating around."
Why is everyone eating all this stuff so strange?
So funny. No, I take a bite of the middle, so you have like the classic cookie bite. That's what I do. I try and just be cliche cookie bite.
No, to me that's like when you that would be like if you take 2 Kit Kats and you just bit half. See, I'm like that's the equivalent of that for me with that cookie.
You just have like circles.
But what are you doing? Like when I eat a Frosty or something, I have to I get like a decent size scoop, but then I only get like the top of it.
You leave the resin there.
What?
Like the ice cream. So there's a bottom part of the ice cream left in the spoon that's already been in your mouth that you did not digest.
So let's say there's like 100%. Then, but I don't go all the way down. I just like shave off the tops, and there's like 80% left.
Yeah, but that 80% was just in your mouth 40. And is just gross. Like, oh.
It's going right back into my mouth.
What is in your mouth if you're so scared of your mouth?
No, you take the whole thing. Just don't leave that little resin there, dude. That's like the last 5% of beer that is just so gross.
No, gross. You also don't know what I'm talking about because you've never done it before the right way. You're telling me
in this spoon, okay? Yeah. This is full, right?
Uh-huh.
And then when you take a bite,
You take
That's
top
the
half
bottom
off.
part right here is full. Oh,
I
okay.
take like 6 bites out of that one thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you leave like res ice cream in there and then go dip.
ew.
Yeah, that
No.
I know people who
I
do
clean
that.
the spoon off.
Okay, cool. All right.
Right?
Glad
That's
we
not
can,
what I'm talking
glad
about.
we can. You're a man of. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I just take smaller bites and stuff when I want to enjoy it.
So I don't get what you mean then by you take like.
It's really hard to demonstrate because it's like
some ice cream.
it's like a science, and you have to like kind of like cup your mouth a certain way. But yeah, you just go and you just shave the top off. Like you don't bite down; you just kind of take the top off, so you get a little bit.
Do you eat anything normally? Like, do you eat your cereal with a hand
normally?
Oh, see, like I know some fiends who will like eat the pizza with the crust first. Like
that's illegal.
They'll like eat from the crust side, so they'll get a bite of crust and pizza.
Those people should go to
like,
jail.
Then why do they grab it?
I don't know. They grab like Blake Jarvis does it. He'll
and
like.
does he fold it?
He like kind of fold.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh, I fold it. I saw that in like I was in elementary school and they were showing like how different ways to eat pizza with kids. And like one kid like flips it like that and goes like that, and then one kid like folded it, and I was like,
what a game changer!
My God, like you can do that. And then I dip it in ranch.
That messes the ratio for me.
You're not a ranch and pizza guy, are you?
I'm
a ranch.
Should be a ranch and pizza guy.
Yeah.
You're not, Blue? Oh,
No.
I love ranch and pizza.
You know what?
Oh,
See,
it's
people
so
hate me
good.
because I'm a pizza and hot sauce guy.
Oh no, that's so
No,
good.
yeah,
that's so good.
not
Yeah, that's
good.
good.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna chill
good.
then. We
Yeah, that's good. Like a Frank's hot sauce
We
or
eye
something
check.
like that.
We eye
Oof,
check.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
good.
I love
Yeah.
I like Frank's hot sauce because it has like a lot of vinegar taste to it with the pizza.
But no ranch, guys. Really, no love for
I can't
ranch?
do ranch, man.
I don't really do ranch with anything.
I don't think creaminess has anything to do with pizza.
Get it out of here. Although, unless I get a buffalo pizza,
Like a buffalo chicken pizza.
buffalo chicken, yeah, and then sometimes they have like ranch drizzled on it.
Mm-hmm.
I can
then
see
that's-
that. I can see
yeah.
that.
That's
Crazy
that's the
girls.
only time I'll Oh,
One day we'll
mouth's
go. We'll just go
watering
back one day.
already.
One day we'll go back.
Back to my stomach. Okay, well, that was a start. I was going to read
That's
a review.
unpopular opinions on food. And Rob, so basically, don't go to Goodwill to buy jeans.
I was gonna, yeah, and so that's how I'm going to read a
Oh.
review that I was supposed to start the podcast off right after this ad break.
Okay, cool.
And we're back on the show where you never know what to expect.
Yep.
I have a
Whack.
review here. Welcome to GG Over Easy, rated 5 stars. That's what we were supposed to start with.
I mean, we are 5 stars.
We
I mean,
are
you're
rated
not
5 stars.
wrong.
We are 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Yep, and Spotify, even though that's not a thing, I'd like to make it a thing.
But you can listen to it wherever you like to listen to podcasts. But anyway, we have a review here from Legend 0331.
Ooh.
GG Nori. The ancient text foretold the coming of 3 brothers, bound not by blood but by destiny. Get it?
The
Coming
game?
through the myriad of mundanity plaguing all of time and space. These 3 journeyed with a goal to bring peace, joy, and end ennui with a magical force known only as the content. Whispers of the brothers' work have been carried on the wind for centuries, and some say you can still see parts of their work in the beautiful feathers of a bird, the bloom of a red rose, or in the smile of a loved one.
Oh,
Also, this podcast is pretty sick, but that's neither here nor there.
Wow. I feel like
Thank you, Legend.
that very last part was what he actually wrote, and then you just kind of went on a crazy cool monologue.
Yeah,
I
no.
would read that book. And I don't read books.
That's the best review I've heard.
And I don't read books.
I don't read books. I would listen to them.
What are you trying to shout out? Legend 0331, make an audiobook? Is that what you...
Yes, I want you to write that audiobook because I will listen to it.
Yeah, I like podcasts. Go figure.
I like this podcast.
Because I can multitask. Like, go to the gym,
Mhm.
listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah.
But
See, when I'm at the gym, music, and that's it. Because I can't really, I want to not I don't want like voices in my head or like, I can't I tried to watch like a Demon Slayer episode one time during cardio. And I nearly like passed out. Like
Really?
I can't do it. Just music, bangers, that's it. That's all I can really do. I just got to be in my zone. You know what I mean?
no.
Just got to be in that flow.
Some days I do need the music, but
Most days for you, it's a podcast.
yeah, I'm trying to learn. I want to learn while
Whoa.
I
Never thought
I'm
about
training my
that way.
brain and my body.
I'm training my bars in my head.
My bars.
Bars, sucker free
ready.
Sundays.
And you know what else has bars?
But
Not this segue.
oh,
Blizzard.
that was bad.
BlizzCon. Listen, I'm the only one really trying to do. I'll get better maybe one day. segue into BlizzCon 2019.
I haven't seen any of it, and you guys watched it, so I'm pretty excited to be
watched
filled
most
in.
of it.
I haven't been on social media all day. I talked to some kids about Career Day today and told them how you are the man.
Arigato.
They're like, Mr. Fruit? I'm like, yeah, now you got there you go.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Floss? You like Fortnite?
One kid did say he watched our new season of Fortnite video and said it was really funny.
Oh,
and then I told
wow.
him, don't be expecting any more Fortnite. I had to break his heart.
Oh, feels bad.
Yeah.
But BlizzCon. I coincidentally watched the whole conference while I was working out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So some exciting stuff for us, some stuff that does like new expansion for WoW. Cool for those people. And they're like, and it's going to add this and this. And I'm like, I don't know what any of that means. Yes, Robert.
Yes. So when they start updating Vanilla WoW, when does it just become WoW again?
Well, I don't think they will. I don't know. They have a roadmap. Listen, you want to talk to me about classic WoW?
I don't get it.
I have any idea.
I don't think anyone in this podcast gets it.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's slow. Again, what do you want from me? I can't.
Okay,
they're gonna release things.
WoW's coming,
and I think also what someone said is they'll also forever keep like a classic one that never has any of the expansions. It'll be like a classic with expansions that come out if they do, and then your regular WoW.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, people will make their own servers because they already did like vanilla. For those people that just want, again, just the vanilla experience. But anyway, they announced that. Cool, I guess. Hearthstone announced new expansion. Dragons.
Yeah, I bet Kibler was stoked.
But they announced a new mode.
Like a new ranked kind of?
No, like a whole new way to play Hearthstone. It's called Hearthstone Battlegrounds. And it is their take on an auto battler. Like teamfight tactics and auto chess.
Oh, no way.
I'll have to play it myself. I was watching a stream of someone playing it after the conference. Really confusing and seems like a lot of RNG, but then again, that's Hearthstone.
Yeah, that's what you sign up for.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, but like, you in between rounds, you always go to the tavern guy and you have some gold and you can sell or upgrade a shop, swap in cards. Yeah. And then you order them and then try and get a strategy going. Yeah, I don't know.
That's cool. But they're cards. They're not like little miniature humans.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a Hearthstone board.
Oh, okay.
So you play with those cards. So I'll see how it is. I mean, I'm interested. I like auto battlers.
Seems interesting. I'll have to look at it for sure.
I like teamfight tactics. So I'll be checking that out.
I haven't played Hearthstone in a minute, though. I deleted it off my phone. I uninstalled it on my computer. But I heard the CEO came out and was like, "Hey, like, our bad."
He did start the conference out.
Oh, that's how he started it. Oh, I thought that just came like later.
No.
Oh, but did people seem like it was sincere, or like I just know he went out there and was like, "Yo."
I mean, he seems sincere, but at the same time, I'm sure he didn't have a choice. I'm glad whoever decided to make that a thing. Decided to, otherwise it would just been the elephant in the room the entire conference. Because I mean they already have protesters outside.
Did they?
Yeah, big old thing, people with shirts and all that kind of stuff. So like they couldn't not.
Yeah.
And I mean the CEO did seem kind of sincere. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's not the one even, calling the shots or something. Maybe he is. Who really knows? But at least they addressed it. And I mean, at some point too, they started reverting a whole bunch of the stuff and like didn't take any of the winnings, but like, and then people were like, "Lol." They're at a point right now where it's a lose-lose.
Yeah,
like there's nothing.
Whatever you do, you just have to put it behind you at this point.
Yeah,
like just stop doing anything about it.
Yeah, so that's how it started. Then they went into cinematic, which announced Diablo 4. Then they showed some gameplay. I'm excited. The cinematic was really cool.
Really,
and I'm excited for Diablo 4.
Now, what kind of game is Diablo? I've never played a Diablo, and it looks very intimidating.
Here's the thing.
I don't get it.
Diablo is that genre. That's what started the genre. So when you see like Pillars of Exile or Path of Exile, they go, Path of Exile. They go like it's a Diablo-like game.
Yeah.
Like how there's like roguelike. Well, that came from a game called Rogue.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like
no.
Saying like it's rogue.
But Diablo is kind of the one that coined this. It's an isometric RPG looter.
What's isometric mean?
Asymmetric, so it's like top down.
Yeah. So it's like a 45-degree angle, looking down.
At my little dude, just like beep 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 beep.
Think of like, yeah, I don't know, like Final Fantasy. You wouldn't know that one. Okay.
Halo Wars.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little.
Yeah. The RTS. It's very similar like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be coming out. I'm excited to check it out.
Have you ever played a Diablo?
No.
No.
I wanted to play Diablo 3 with
Really?
my friends. Yeah.
You've played Blue?
I've put a relatively decent amount of time into it. It's just the ARPG genre just doesn't really grab me.
But so what did you say? You were like wanted to play it with friends? So
Yeah. So I had friends and I was like, hey, I want to run a new character. Because this is Diablo 3. And this was like a couple years ago. But they're like, I've already run through like every character. They're all max levels. I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm like, I don't really want to play solo.
Yeah.
So I just never played it.
Mm.
And then Path
It's
of
not really a
Exile.
fun genre solo.
Yeah. And Path of Exile, I tried to pick up with Kevin. We went a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus, dude, I opened that skill tree and we're going through. And I was like, I just don't have the time or the wherewithal to like sit down and
what kind of build
make
do
this
I
work.
want?
Yeah. So I'm hoping Diablo 4 is everything I've heard good things about Diablo. Like that's the thing too, is I want to check it out just because I've always heard good things about Diablo. And then hopefully it finds a nice balance where it's still fun, intriguing, and deep, but not like Path of Exile deep.
Yeah.
Because like
I think
it's known for its skill tree.
I think a lot of people have that complaint of Path of Exile, and I think it's a lot of the reason why people still prefer Diablo. I think Diablo, and because I mean it's mostly because Blizzard has a very big budget to do this. Diablo is a game developed with the entire game in mind. So like the main story, the main path to get to endgame as well as endgame. Whereas Path of Exile is like the game is literally all about like the entire game is built around the endgame.
Yeah.
So for me, I tried getting into Path of Exile too, but I kept on reading about the game and everyone was like, yeah, I mean the game's pretty slow up till like level 50. And I was like, level 50? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
Jesus.
It's
So
pretty
I was
slow.
like, I'm not gonna invest that much time into a game that I'm not even sure a
You're gonna,
genre
like, play.
I'm like that big in.
Yeah, and little known fact. Well, actually, maybe not that little known. Some people probably know. But the Diablo team is actually ones that came in to consult Bungie during Destiny 1 when they changed their loot system.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, yo, you guys do it really well. We need some help. They came in, gave a whole presentation, helped them out. And that's when they changed, like, legendaries no longer drop blues. Blues no longer drop greens. Like, they changed that whole thing, how much loot you get. But they're, like, showing how, like, a certain point where, like, you can reward players a lot, but what's too much loot and what's not enough loot and what's rewarding and what's not rewarding.
Like, median.
Yeah. So that's when they made big change. But for me, like, seeing the gameplay, too, doesn't, like, because I haven't played it at all, I'm just gonna try it out when it first comes out.
If you guys are gonna play it, I'll play it. I mean, that's just how it goes.
That and because then there should be the
when does
ARPG.
it come out?
I don't think they set a release date.
When
I assume sometime next year.
When they announced it, were they like, "You guys have PCs, right?" Like,
well, I assume it has to come out within the next year because they said it was made
coming out that soon.
Yeah, but they said it was made for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and all the rumors point to new consoles next fall.
Oh.
So it would make me think
it drops fall-ish.
Yeah, before that. Maybe not. I don't know. It'd be weird for it to,
but
yeah, it'd be weird for it to come out not ready for the new consoles.
A little tangent.
But also, Blizzard time is
yeah
notorious. So
yeah.
Are you guys gonna buy new consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either, Blue. I really don't know anymore.
Like, I feel like this is the first time in probably my entire gaming life where I feel like I have two things that perfectly cover everything I want.
Yeah.
My PC covers everything, and then my Switch covers everything I could want on a console.
Yeah. Well,
because I haven't touched my PS4 in like a really long time.
I just do it for exclusives or
yeah. Well,
in the event there's any content.
Exclusives are kind of like.
No, I'm saying like
exclusives.
Sony
obviously.
exclusives.
Yeah.
Or,
but I feel like exclusives are trying to go away from being actually exclusive now. I feel like at some point.
I don't think Sony is though.
I think Sony. I think that's Sony's
Death Stranding's gonna be on PC, isn't it?
But that's Kojima, I think more so.
So you think Kojima was like, hey,
Kojima can get away with whatever he wants with Sony.
I've never
he's
played a Kojima game, so
Because like
Oh,
God of War, I doubt that. Like they have those ones. That's the thing Xbox has been lacking forever is a first party title that would make people want to buy an
Halo.
Xbox.
and that's why Xbox has been
Halo 3 was, like,
focusing
the
on like
last
play
one.
anywhere type
Yeah.
approach now.
Whereas Sony, they can still be like, yo, Marvel Spider-Man, God of War, Uncharted, what's
Last
coming
of
out
Us?
right? Yeah, Last of Us. Like those are still enough. People will be like, yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go play those.
And then
Maybe I'll get-
Horizon
maybe
was
I'll
a
get
couple years
the-
ago. I
I
know
mean,
Gorilla's
Horizon?
working on a new
PS5
game.
is probably the only one I'll maybe get. And that's
Horizon
a maybe.
2. I'm excited for that.
They definitely said they were working on. I think Gorilla Games is working on Killzone and another Horizon. So
I've never played a Killzone. that was
Killzone is
like-
dope.
I played the launch Killzone with PS4. That was the only one I played.
Did you like it?
Killzone Shadowfall. That game is still so pretty.
Yeah, it was super pretty. And I never played the story, but multiplayer. Because I was like, this is like the
Very fun.
4th Killzone or something. It's like, I don't know the story.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shoot some dudes. And the PvP was fun. Kind of reminded me of like Crysis multiplayer a little bit.
It's pretty appropriate. Yeah.
Did they say Overwatch 2 is going to be on PS4, Xbox, or like?
I mean, I was so obviously Overwatch 2 was
Yes,
announced,
yeah,
which has
I
been
know
leaked.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Overwatch 2 was announced, which just seems like DLC or like an expansion, really.
I'm
So-
not really sold on it either.
And
Why would you be, dude?
well, so apparently too, you're only going to be really buying PvE because what he said was everyone who owns Overwatch 1, the PvP worlds are like they're not gonna
This
like
is
put that
this is
into
Papa Jeff saying this.
Yeah, like
Okay.
they're merging. So if you have Overwatch 1, you're going to get all the Overwatch 2 maps, all the objectives, all the heroes. You get all that. You play with everyone. So the PvP, if you have Overwatch 1, you're good. That's it.
But there's two separate games.
Yeah. But they're not really.
From-
The PvE,
From what I
really.
understand, this is pretty much turning Overwatch from a $40 multiplayer game into like a full-fledged $60 campaign and everything game.
And then why not just charge us $20 for this expansion instead
Well,
of?
It's because it's Overwatch.
Is it 60?
Well, I know.
Is it $60?
I think it is
we don't
60.
know.
Hold on, let me check.
mean-
Let me check.
There's no way. If it's $60, dude, for
I assume you'd get a discount. if
because
you have Overwatch
that's the
1.
only thing that I saw today was like a brief trailer. I didn't watch the cinematic or anything because it was like 9 minutes. But they know
It's
how to
dope.
make
Yeah.
cinematics. There's I will not.
I was watching the PvP as well of the showcase of Overwatch 2, and I mean it's obviously not just like, oh, it's Overwatch with a campaign. Because it seems like a lot of like the overall graphical fidelity looks a lot cooler. It seems like
They
there's a lot more
have-
detail in the character models.
That is
but,
one
like,
thing they wanted
fundamentally-
to talk about was their change in the engine or something, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean you could tell because the game looks a lot cleaner and it certainly seems a little more responsive. But from what I was gauging, from what people who were watching it and people like on Twitter and just general like pros, it kind of seems like people were still a little upset because what they were playing was basically current patch of what Overwatch is right now.
So it wasn't like
world.
any different at all. Like
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I was
other
hoping
than
for
the graphics.
Well, I was hoping for some, like sandbox changes, like kind of a rehaul because again, Overwatch is in just a,
It's still
Weird
it's still
state.
in development, right? But that would be really disappointing if
But I mean, if this is what they have to showcase us after been working on
Yeah.
it for however long,
Dude, and you're probably getting what, one hero when it comes out?
We said-
Like
you
I'm
said-
thinking like I want 15.
you
Like
said multiple.
yeah.
There's only one confirmed, which is Sigurd.
there better be like 3 tank, 3 healer at least. That's what it has to be. 3 tank, 3 healer, 3 DPS, 3
I mean, it's just damage.
yeah, damage, I guess.
Then
4.
I probably wouldn't get your hopes up. That's 12. But see, that's the thing. Like,
But that would make the game worth $60 to me, or so. Like it'd feel like a whole new game now. And then at that point, you could maybe introduce bans with that big of a hero pool and stuff like that. It would totally feel like a totally different game.
well, here's the thing. I understand. Still, even after all this silence, they come out. Overwatch 2, cool. PvE, cool. The PvP side, we get a new game mode, which is push.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like
Interesting.
3 new maps, which
I thought it looked like 4.
3 or 4,
I
something
think
like
it's
that.
4.
Which I guess, but like, if you're trying to, you could have made way more.
Way
Maps don't take nearly the same.
10. I need 10.
Yeah, well, that's a lot, but still,
Yeah.
like only 3 or 4. And then multiple heroes, he didn't specify, but I'm going to say 5 or less.
Five max. At best
5
case
max.
scenario is
that's
5.
like my best case. That's how little faith I have.
What would it need to pull you in? Like, it would make you go, whoa, that many? Like, okay. Like,
I mean, I'll still try. But yeah, if they had like anywhere from 10 to 20, that's where I'd be like, wow, that's impressive.
yeah.
Because that would already be double what they've released since
That's
Overwatch
what I'm
released.
saying. Like, you can't tell me you can't do more than 5 heroes. Like, you cannot tell me that's what you guys have been working on. Just 5.
They also talked about how they wanted current Overwatch players to be able to play with Overwatch 2 players.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing.
Kind of like a really confusing, like, why?
But I think it's because they have 50 million people, and so I assume the thing is like, hey, play the game. I don't know if they'll get the graphical changes. This is the weird thing because I was reading it on Reddit. Like, so the whole thing about Overwatch 2 is this new server. But if Overwatch 1 doesn't get the server update or the engine update, you might be playing and then you go like, you know what, upgrading to 2.0 is
Hey,
worth it.
whatever happened to just, hey, ask mom and dad to buy Overwatch 2 now, kids, because now that's Overwatch 1. We're in Overwatch 2 now. Like, what? It's not enough for me, dude.
I appreciate the whole new campaign and the whole new co-op mode stuff. Like, that's cool because a lot of people are into Overwatch for the cinematics and they like the whole universe. I'm one of those people, right? The universe is so sick to me.
It is.
But the PvP in the game, which is the whole draw of the game, if
It is the
Overwatch
game.
2 doesn't like do like a significant change to how the PvP works or like the fundamentals of the characters or anything like that, then it's just kind of like
they have to retool.
I don't even know if I'm going to be buying it.
Yeah,
I doubt I'm going to buy it.
Retool something like what, like jump height or like what do you mean?
The whole sandbox. There has to be some like I think we talked about this problem where like Overwatch is just broken, and whenever you try and fix something else becomes broken.
Yeah,
and then they rework characters constantly.
Yeah,
so
and
the Genji or the Hanzo or all these characters you fell in love with at the start of Overwatch don't exist anymore.
There's just so much nuance, and it turns into everyone wait until you have your queue, right?
Yeah.
And so like there are so many layers to that. It's not just like peel back one layer. Oh, there's the problem. Like you would have to go all the way back. And so like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not my job. I don't know how to fix it, but there's something there that just isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have to change. And then the PvE stuff, I watched like XQC. He got to stream it.
Oh.
He played the first mission, and then he finished it, and they had to play it again with like the same character. I was already bored watching it the second time.
Really?
Like it wasn't even that interesting watching it the first time.
No. Well, I mean, what campaign is?
Well, so they'll have the story missions, whatever, and then they have this co-op that they talked about. But
highly replayable.
I am sketchy.
I saw high.
Yeah, because of how many times he had to reiterate highly replayable. In other words, we know you're gonna get like really tired of wave-based enemies, but it's highly replayable. Like
you could do, like what is highly replayable to them? Like
yeah,
like it's not gonna offer
that
all
was
this
immediate
stuff.
sus to me.
Yeah,
like,
when I saw that too, it said highly replayable, and it was like somebody like dropped a grab, and I was like, I'm having flashbacks. Like that looks awful.
Trust us, this is dope. Trust us.
Yes, believe.
Just trust us.
Like I'll obviously check it out.
Well, yeah.
And I have more faith in PvP, but it didn't wow me.
No.
Like what I thought the big announcement would be, because I knew they had to have something this year, so they did. But the PvE stuff, cool.
That should have already been in the game.
Just doesn't sell me as a $60 game.
Yeah, and it just looks shallow. Like
it can't be.
I'll just Google Overwatch cinematics from story mode.
Because if it's $60, if you break it down, you're paying. Let's say let's meet in the middle for Christian's thing. 3 new heroes. We'll get 4 new maps. Highly replayable co-op missions. Highly replayable. Highly replayable. And then best case scenario, 10 story missions. And that's maybe even pushing it.
Well, and the thing too, so that's $60. But hey, if you have Overwatch 1, you already have all that PvP stuff.
Yeah, so that
there has to be a discount if you have Overwatch 1.
Like
I'd have a really hard time believing if it wasn't.
I just don't know how they're going to charge for that. That should only cost me $20. I'll buy it if it's $20.
That's what I'm saying. This should have been an expansion. Like here's the PvE, $20 or something.
Yeah.
But apparently the big problem was they had to do this engine rehaul for the PvE. So that's where like I guess the whole thing came from. I don't know.
So they don't actually have an official price yet. It's just
a
lot of people seem to perpetuate the rumor that's going to be 60. So we don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't know if there's going to be discounts for current players. We don't know if it's a completely separate game we purchase. We don't know if it's
No
like a
release
paid
date either.
thing.
Oh, really? They didn't
So
say
it's
anything about that?
it's very confusing setup.
Yeah,
And I think most people are kind of confused on what exactly Overwatch 2 is right now.
Yeah, because
sounds like an expansion.
during the conference, Jeff was like doing like, if you have Overwatch 1, all this stuff into Overwatch 2. I'm sitting here like, what did he, what? Like I had to look at it like written down. I was like,
Highly replayable.
okay, I guess that makes sense. But like the whole like, if you
replayable.
own Overwatch 1, you get to play all this stuff. And he was like, walking it through.
If I own Overwatch 2, okay?
Yeah.
Is my PvP in there too? Or do I got to go back to Overwatch 1 to play PvP?
No,
it'll be in
no,
PvP. All your cosmetics also go forward, all that kind of stuff.
So like you said earlier, like, is there going to be an advantage for people in the lesser graphic one because they have to load less graphics now than we do over here? You know, that's
and is the whole new engine, quote unquote, whole new engine, does that give any like advantage to Overwatch 2 players playing against Overwatch 1 players?
They just answered them. If it's a new engine, but the old engine can still play with that engine, it's not new. There's no chance. That's the exact same kind of engine.
Well, I mean, it is their own engine. I mean, it would be like if Epic Games found a way to do Unreal. I mean,
well,
I'm
it
sure
sounds like that.
something.
It's like if Bungie found a way to make Destiny 1 players able to play with Destiny 2 players.
I think you're making something really complicated, way too simplistic.
I just don't
I think
get
you're
it.
oversimplifying.
I just don't.
You don't. So I think that's why we don't know it either.
Stupid question, Jeff. The stupid question of the day is how the fuck is Overwatch 2 gonna work?
Seriously. Well, and then I was like, okay, well maybe there's a release date. No idea. No idea when this is coming.
Not even said a year.
No, we have no idea. It'd be
Yeah, they haven't really talked about it. I would imagine it has to be pretty soon.
Now, what about people on console and the Switch who have Overwatch now? Are they going to get Overwatch 2 when it comes out now, or like
probably? But I mean, if they have Overwatch again, everyone has Overwatch 1 will get to play this new PvP. They get all the heroes, they get all the maps, they get everything.
Then why buy? Why buy?
That's what I'm saying. Dude.
I'm not going to buy it then.
I don't know
because I'm not playing the highly. Maybe because it's highly replayable. Maybe rephrase that. It's highly replayable. So maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but sounds like I'm not getting Overwatch 2.
You know what else is highly replayable? This ad.
Oh, and welcome back, gamers and non-gamers. Podcast has been a little bit everywhere, as it always is.
It's the best.
As it always is.
But speaking of games, we got through BlizzCon. Some exciting stuff, some not exciting stuff.
Did they say anything about Modern Warfare there? Like, because it's on Blizzard.net, right?
No.
They didn't say anything.
Never do. It's just associated with because there's a whole Activision section. It's just hey, look at these partner games.
Okay, I didn't know if it was like
no. Destiny 2 was just a thing at the beginning to be like, hey, it'll be there. I think that's really about it. That's the only time we're ever going to hear really anything about that. So yeah, overall, we'll see. Blizzard's overall public appearance as well, or like public view. We'll see how that all goes, how that all plays out. And who knows, maybe we'll learn more.
Where does their conference fall on your tier list? I love tier lists.
In comparison to like other conferences?
Yes. Like a E3. Like if this was like everybody going at the same time, this would probably be like a
B minus.
B minus.
It's like a C for me. Yeah,
C.
I don't really.
C plus.
D4, and then
C minus.
I guess the hope that
Hearthstone.
Overwatch 2 fixes something.
And hopefully Hearthstone is cool. Dragons, that's cool.
The game I was most interested in was Overwatch, and even then, that kind of was like, what is this?
I was praying for a new IP. I know it wasn't going to happen, but
you were like, new IP question mark? I was like,
come
no.
on. Yeah, no.
You guys think new IP? I was like, no, dude. No chance.
Feels bad. But speaking of IPs, this one isn't a new one. Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
It's been out.
This is gonna be an interesting conversation.
You know what's funny, dude? I forgot about this with Call of Duty. As I was talking to my buddy Connor about this. Call of Duty's the only game I can boot up, and the second I die, I am just pissed. I am just immediately mad at whatever it was. I think I said like 90% of the time I die is to bullshit.
Well, it's even worse in this game.
It's stupid.
It's even worse in this game because this game has so many. You're so slow. the maps have just so many angles. Like this game promotes dying to bullshit. You
Well, I was
turn a
playing-
corner, some dude's hard scoped with like an LMG. You turn the next corner, you get shot by 4 M4s.
Well,
Right? So you have to like you have to like peak angles. You have to play very passively. But I still love the game because goddamn does it feel good to shoot a gun.
I'll get to that in a second. But like it reminds me, I was playing with Shark the other day, and we were playing on that Azir cave map or whatever that was in the beta, and we're in the cave, and my character yells out, "Enemy at the cave entrance!" Which first off, I hate that alone, but
hate that.
never mind the fact that there are like 7 cave entrances. But like that's the whole thing about angles. Like enemy in the broken house. That's every house. Enemy in the window. I'm looking at 80.
Enemy at bus, and there's like a line of 6 buses.
Yeah, like there's just so many places people can be. So many, like it feels like Modern Warfare 2 had maps kind of like this, where they weren't the traditional 3 lanes.
No,
and you had rooms and stuff. But like Modern Warfare 2 sandbox, just the way it worked, and promoted different play styles. This one is just camp.
Well, I think what helped with that first Modern Warfare game was that when you shot a gun that didn't have a suppressor, you would be shown on the map. So anybody who is looking at said map could go, "Oh, there's a guy just chilling right there. I'm gonna go kill him." And in this game, that's gone.
Yeah.
And then it's UAV, 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 UAV. So if you don't have the ghost whatever thing, which you don't unlock until what level?
24,
which is almost half of what leveling is. So it's awful for 1 to 24. And now that it's a week and a half, 2 weeks in, it sucks.
Well, now you get a UAV and you see one guy on the minimap because you have to run. Everyone runs Ghost now.
You have to.
I run Ghost.
Yeah.
You're just going.
You don't have a choice.
So you're like, yes, UAV, 1 dot.
Yeah.
All right.
It's stupid. I hate it so much.
And I feel like that was what they were trying. They were trying to change some things with
and that
this
was
game.
Their quirk.
And yeah, like, we're going to remove this, and it's going to promote different. I want $100. Someone says we remove the mini map, and people are going to be more aggressive. That's going to fix these maps.
That would make it even.
That'd be hilarious.
God, dude.
Yeah, like,
go play hardcore and go see what it's like. But when I play hardcore, I know what I'm signing up for.
Yeah. So I browse the Modern Warfare subreddit every day just to see what people are complaining about because it's funny. But someone had a good point. Like, if you play realism mode, that feels like the way they wanted Modern Warfare. Yeah, like for it to feel.
Yeah.
And so it makes a little more sense. And it's kind of like hardcore. Like, you know what you're getting used to. But the problem, like I've mentioned it, is you go into Call of Duty expecting to run a gun. That's Call of Duty. Yeah. Just being an ape, running around.
Yeah.
You have random people who like camp and all this kind of stuff.
But everybody else is doing it too. So it's just...
but like that's kind of the thing. Call of Duty, run a gun.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of assume that. And this is the first one where it's like you can, and I'm like finding ways to kind of, but I still have to play slower. I still have to think about certain angles because if I turn this corner, God knows. Not only that, it's literally the try and find the red nameplate game because everyone blends in.
Yeah.
I'll look in a kill cam and see some guy who shot me. It's like, bro,
I thought you were my teammate.
Well, no, I'd be like, how did you even see me?
Oh,
I was like, you have to be cheating. Yeah, like turns out thing is like I can't even see you. I can't even see me in your kill. It's like so the game just becomes look for red things too because they blend in so much.
And also the maps are just bogus, dude. They are buns, basura, garbage, trash, plastic straws.
People had the argument that these are the same people who made the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and all those maps. And that's great, but they certainly didn't make maps of that quality in this title.
No.
I hate the maps in this Modern Warfare.
The map with the bridge.
Oh my God.
The map, I don't know who.
I want to ask who thought that was a good idea.
Who and why?
And then like you spawn.
Grab B, you win the game.
Yeah, you grab B and then you post 3 snipers there and then you spawn
3,
go.
try everything.
Nothing is worse than Piccadilly though.
Which one is that one?
Piccadilly. The one in London with all the buses and shit.
Oh, is that the weird? That's the only one I kind of like.
Well, see, you haven't played Domination because there's a problem.
I hate Piccadilly.
Piccadilly has spawn problems. So if you're A spawn, you spawn here, and there's only one way out of A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if they control C and B, it doesn't matter what they do. You spawn A
every time.
every time. So people
And
just
so
sit
many-
here, and you can't go anywhere.
I've
Like,
only played that map one time, and the funny thing is I was thinking that because we had C and B. That's probably why I maybe liked it because I
This
was
is great.
Because you get the spawn camp people, you get lucky spawn.
I've only played it
It's
like
not
twice
even just a
too.
Piccadilly problem. So many of the maps have like straight up you spawn on one side, well we're fucked. Like
yeah, just
uh,
questionable stuff, and people are like, they'll fix it. What I don't get, how this is Call of Duty 16 or whatever. We've had Call of Duty for how long, and you still haven't figured out spawn? Like, that blows my mind.
Like there's just nothing they can figure out, man.
Something, because like ironically,
I spawned like right next to a dude one time. Like
Yeah.
it was weird.
ironically, my favorite maps are the ones in the beta. Which when
You
playing the
hate
beta,
it.
I was like, these suck. But I was like, they'll probably. But then I compare it to all the new maps, and I go, oh wow, those are actually great.
Yeah, the
In
cave one is
comparison.
actually probably one of the smaller maps in
Yeah,
the whole
'cause
game.
The cave map,
That shipment kind of container one.
Hackney Yard, and Grozno Raid. Grozno Raid's the one.
That has a lot of height to it though.
No. That's the one with like there's railroads at sea.
oh, that one's
and-
okay.
but that's small.
Mm-hmm. That one is medium. I would say in relative to other maps, it's
Yeah.
small.
That Hackney Yard and the cave or whatever
Yeah.
are the best.
Hackney
simply
Yard
because
is like that one with that building in the middle, right?
Which
yeah,
one?
it has B in the middle.
Oh, and you can
Has
kind
a
of like
bunch of,
cap
like,
it
city
when you're off to
ruins.
the side, and then there's a bunch of buildings that are blown up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
Okay, I would say of all the maps, Hackney Yard is probably the one that that pisses me off the least. And in the beta,
Yeah.
I fucking hated that map.
yeah, I did.
So it's not like this is like a pinnacle of quality right now. It's just this is the least bad of all of them.
How's Ground War, Blue? I haven't played any Ground War, and I don't know if
Ground
you
War
really
makes the
have.
game bearable for me, and it's only because I'm going in Ground War
You're
knowing
knowing.
the game's gonna
Yeah.
be stupid.
Just
Because
a
like
fiesta.
there's so much stupid shit.
See, I
There's
wish
tanks,
I wish I could do
there's
that.
terrible
in
spawns at
quick
like
play.
the flags. Everything is stupid. Everyone's on equal playing field of this is obviously stupid. Dope. But when I go into like 6v6, I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. I might as well still be playing Ground War just on like a tiny map, which
Well,
makes
and-
it infuriating.
And that reminds me, there is also it's not always 6v6, dude. Sometimes it's like 4v4 on
yeah, I've
like
been.
Oh yeah.
or 3v3. And then it's like this giant and then I'm like, where is everybody? And then I'm just running around the map looking for everybody while everyone else is running around the map looking for everybody too. And then
Well, so I don't think you've played though. They did throw out an update which helped. So then the 6v6 playlist, they took out some of those bigger maps. You don't even get those. So that helps. So if I play 6v6 now, I'm only going to get those three I mentioned. I think you can get Piccadilly and then St. Petrogard.
so
You
I
only
can play
get those.
5 maps.
But yeah, see, isn't that stupid? They're
Yeah.
like your core 6v6 mode. I have what 5-6 maps. Like what?
How many did maps did Modern Warfare 2 have when it came out? I'm
No,
gonna look it up.
Don't ask me.
While you
But so at least that helped a little bit, but still
Yeah.
doesn't help the maps. Like the problem too with the bigger maps are just when they're big, it's so wide open too. So much of the time. So it's like SMGs in this game, garbage except for like the MP5. But you just get outranged by everything. All the shotguns, I think, except for the 725, which is just completely broken. You have a problem with that.
Oh, that's that double barrel one, right?
Yeah.
I want you guys to guess how many maps were in Modern Warfare 2. Not this Modern Warfare, but the Modern Warfare 2 from what? 12 years ago?
15.
Blue?
12.
There were 16 maps you could play.
Oh my god.
Insane. And there are just some bangers on here too. Bro.
Well,
Just-
see, but then you have to preface. Technically, they do have 2 Ground War maps.
which one were those? Wasteland?
No,
Wasteland
I'm
was-
talking about right now.
Oh, okay.
So they have 2 Ground War maps,
okay.
which
So
I would have thought there'd be
7.
more. Well, 8. Then there's like 5 2v2 maps. And then
But the 2v2 maps are like this big.
yeah,
okay,
but, I
like,
mean they're at least
They're
some-
not maps, okay?
I mean they're shipment.
they're arenas. I would like arena,
Yeah.
but like a
And then you have
that's not a map.
and then I think there's like 3 other maps that were those Jehuba ones. You have the one that's the smallest of the big ones is that one where you're like on a hill, green hill, and there's houses and bees in the middle between these 2 tanks and this giant thing. But like
If it's Ground War, I've never.
it's not Ground War.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of what it's called. But it looks like a mountain, kinda. It's grassy. You have that one, which is probably the smallest of them. Then you have whatever that palace map is.
Palace.
What even? That's the one that like there's an ATV on it to get to the other side. I was like, why am I playing a 6v6 match where I need an ATV to get to the other side? On headquarters on that map, you spawn on the other side. It's like HQ 300 meters away. If your team spawns there,
I know what you're talking about.
by the time you get to the HQ, it is online and the enemy is captured. You didn't even get a chance.
Yeah, you can't even like get there.
Yeah. That palace map is just dummy stupid.
I'm reading every map on this Modern Warfare 2 game, and it's just banger.
And then there's some other map. So what? That puts him at like 12. 13,
yeah, but there's so let me break it down. There's like 7 maps that are terrible, 3 that are bearable, and the rest are in Ground War 2v2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I read this: Afghan, dude, Derail, Estate, Favela, High Rise, dude, Invasion, Karachi, Quarry, man. These are bangers.
Yeah.
These are real good maps. Rust. Terminal, like
apparently Terminal and Rust were leaked to be.
I don't even know if that but does that even gonna help? Would those maps even feel good in this kind of like environment? And if they don't fix the mini map, which they said they're gonna, so
yeah, so we should say, or at least someone like leaked that they're working on like a big update now. Mm-hmm. One of it being bringing back just the regular radar. You shoot, you show up.
Suppressor, you don't. Hopefully, I hope that's the case.
Well, you would have to hope.
Yeah.
Which would feel good because I'm still running the suppressor. Like it just feels wrong to play Call of Duty without a suppressor. For me,
why would you? But it just does nothing but hinder your gun.
No, it I like
some
the sound
suppressors that legit like increase range.
Yeah. Plus, it usually only affects muzzle or bullet velocity, which on some guns isn't huge. But anyway, so they're changing that. The problem is, footstep noise is why it can be so easy to camp because you have elephant feet. And so they said they're looking into it, but only in one life game modes is the problem. Like that needs to across the board.
Why just that one?
Don't ask me. You need to do that across the board, in my opinion. And then you need a map vote system.
Yeah, why don't they have
so that? Because if I like load up Palace, I leave. So does my whole lobby. Like there are literally maps where I'm not playing this. That bridge map, I'm not playing this.
I'm not playing that.
That bridge map is the worst.
I'm not playing that.
You load me in and you're like, you're forfeiting. I don't care. I'm not playing this because it's going to be 20 minutes to get like 8 kills.
And go 8 and 23.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Call of Duty, domination. On average games, 40. People end with like 18 kills.
Yeah, you need to drop 40.
Yeah, like
back in the day.
We just played a 10-minute match and the most kills was like 18. What? Like that's
sad.
The skill-based matchmaking, it needs to be toned down a decent bit. I'm getting used to it, and like whatever. I'm not going to complain about like I'm having to fight sweaty people, whatever. This isn't even about pub stomping.
It's not.
It's just like
I just want to play a game I like.
Yeah, you just can't play. I know it's different, but it literally feels like a scuffed Battlefield.
Well,
right
I saw everyone or somebody. It was like to the guy who said we're making these changes, and somebody was like, Call of Duty announces it's making changes, everyone's excited, and then they play the changes and they're upset. And then they go back to old Call of Duty. Like, I don't get what you guys want. Dude, shut up. Like, we just want a game that like works. It's not the fact that like it's going back to the old Call of Duty. It just worked, man. All right? And this doesn't work.
I feel like they're just trying to change too much of a formula that they're known for.
It's an easy formula.
Yeah, they've perfected almost. Like the Call of Duty formula. I think they're just trying to change too many things at one time too. I think that's the problem.
I think they really wanted to go for like a kind of like realism. A tactical type of kind of like Rainbow Six Light between like had a baby with
Battlefield,
like Call of Duty game, right?
Yeah.
And that sounds cool in theory, but like most people don't play or buy Call of like we know what we are getting into. Like you can mess with the formula all you want, but like don't mess with the I just want to go in and go dummy ape mode.
Yeah.
Right?
Like that's
part of what makes COD fun is just going in and aping and being ridiculous and testosterone. And I like what they're going for with Modern Warfare. It's just the issue is that nobody wants a game where, at least right now, where it's just like, oh, camp, but like don't camp too hard, or like, oh, you want to run and gun, go for it, but also everyone's camping.
My biggest issue is just that for me, I can't be as entertaining recording or something because it's like if I run a guide and I'm not like carefully
just
listening to
dumpster.
sound and stuff, I'm punished. But then if I'm playing more slow, well, that's not entertaining
No,
to
that's
watch.
just so
It's
boring.
boring.
Yeah,
It's not even fun to play like that.
yeah. So like I'm stuck in this middle ground. But the thing is, this Call of Duty got a lot of stuff right. Like the way the weapons
The
feel,
guns
great.
feel amazing.
The
The sound
gunsmith?
design out of this
Yeah,
world.
sound design, the gunsmith with all those attachments and stuff, awesome.
Mhm.
Like getting rid of the pick 10.
The
The
skins.
stocks,
Yeah.
and the barrels, so sick.
Yeah. So like that stuff, like the core of it is there,
Mm-hmm.
but like God, you don't realize how important a map can be
Yeah.
until you're like, whatever, it just kind of ruins a lot of the fun.
The maps are such a big part of it, which ruin the fun too. It's just because the maps have so many open angles, like just legit so many open angles for you to just
Well, I
like
walk
someone
in.
could like just get oversight over.
It's
of
just
someone
like there's this one map where there's literally like a square, and then there's like a couple like crates you can walk on, and then there's literally a window up there. There's like a hallway over there. There's like a window up there, and then there's like a window up there. So like you literally run in there. It's like
Just check all your corners, dude.
it's so dumb. I hate it. Like I hate the maps, dude, more than anything. And
Yeah.
then what's cool is everyone's like, "Oh my god, Rob's getting salty! Like this is awesome." It's like just have me play Call of Duty, and I'll be pissed all day.
The ironic thing though is, let's say some random AA studio or like a different AAA came out with this game, I think the reception would be way different,
Mm-hmm.
and people would be more open to learning the game.
Yeah,
But because it's Call of Duty,
and it has Modern Warfare's
it's
name
like a
attached
big
to
culture
it.
shock.
yeah, like there's a certain thing you're signing up for. Like to a certain degree what Call of Duty is just going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of people who love it, which is fine. And like I'm learning that I was apparently in the minority for liking Black Ops 4. I really like Black Ops 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's always going to be people who like it. There's always going to be people who don't like it. Even when they change stuff, no one's going to be happy. I have fun playing the game.
You do.
I do.
Wow.
And
don't.
I've
definitely have
I've
fun
gotten to a
playing it too.
point, yeah, where like I found a way to enjoy it. And it's different, and I have to change my play style a little bit. And so like I'm getting there and using some guns, and I'm just like, these suck.
Yeah.
But that's why I
But
like
at that
using them.
point, I know I'm not playing Call of Duty.
Yeah. And
At
so
that point,
it's-
I realize I'm playing a different game. I feel more like, and I think that's why Ground War is so familiar for me, is because I'm playing Battlefield, right? It's familiar. It's not that bad. I know how to play Battlefield.
I mean,
When I
that's
go to
just-
6v6, it's just not, it doesn't scream Call of Duty to me.
Well, I think this Call of Duty has a problem, and then all the Call of Duties, dude. I think it's a real big problem that 3 studios all handle a separate kind of Call of Duty and try and be like quirky about it and introduce something new with it. It should just be 2 studios like it was, just one every 2 years was it? We got a new Call of Duty.
no, it was still every
No,
year.
still
But it
every
was
year.
just
been
too
every
hard
year
on the.
for-
But see, the problem though is you can't go 2 years. Because let's say we get this Modern Warfare, and now it's like we have to wait 2 years to
Yeah,
next
but
Call
we
of
can
Duty, and there's
also-
all these people that hate it. Like
Well, we
we have
can,
to
like,
deal with
update
this
it.
for 2 years.
We can update it, like, you know, because I think
What-
it's
what if
this
they
way because there's 3 other Call of Duties. I feel
Updates
like
don't
if it was
bring,
just 2 studios, they would just kind of, they wouldn't be
But
so
the thing-
quirky about it. They would just be
but
like
it's
Call of Duty.
Activision though, and the thing is, updates don't bring as much money as a whole new game.
Bastards.
Sons of
That's why they have
guns.
3 studios, because it works. They have 3 studios. You have a Call of Duty every year, and each studio has 2 years to develop a new Call of Duty.
All right. Well, give me your score, Christian, right now in the current state, Modern Warfare on PC. Preface this: we are playing on PC.
7.5.
7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I go like 5.5, 5.5 out of 10. I hate it.
Damn.
I mean, I don't hate it. I'll play it, but like,
For me, it just
I
scratches
just don't have
that
fun.
itch.
I just don't have fun.
It still scratches the itch of just boot up a game, play a quick match of PvP, like do this and go for a kill streak, and I'm like getting better at it. That's like the itch it has right now. And then if those updates come out and it does resemble something a little bit more that most people want, then I think the score could
If-
change.
yeah.
But
If the way I see it is, if I want to play a slow shooter like Call of Duty is making me feel, I'll just go play CS:GO, and I like really mean that, like, because that's way more fun to me, way more tactical, and just more simplified.
your guy doesn't
I'm a boomer.
see a guy. They're at C plant, and then they hear that and go, "What?"
Well, like you literally don't walk in CS:GO one time. It's and everyone's like, he's short, and it's like cool.
Contact. What?
That's why I
And
like
then
that.
he turns around and murders
I like that. They have like call outs and stuff like, oh, he's short, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I'm
short.
talking about like the literal like
Oh,
your
like the
player
dude.
shouting. Yeah,
That's
and
stupid.
you keep it in
Like
the
you're
game.
tailing
Don't let
someone.
your enemy hear it. Yeah, like what that's.
Wait, the enemy
Or
hears that?
you're like
Yeah,
camping
that's
in a
the problem.
corner in like S&D or some shit, and
I
then
never noticed that.
contact. But it's not
No.
contact. It's fucking contact,
Yeah.
bro. It's like, and now the whole team hears you,
It's yeah.
What's your
that's why.
score, Blue?
dude. It's like the core gameplay itself, like the core, the how the guns feel, and just all the different shit you could do with the guns and customization and tactical shit is a 10, right? It's an easy 10.
Yeah.
But the maps and the pace of the game and the just how hard the game wants you to play slow is like a 4 out of 10. So I'd say it's like
0.
6.5 for me.
6.5.
Respect.
Yeah.
Fair score.
When the game is good, it's like a 9. But
Oh,
when
yeah,
the game
if-
is bad, which is most of the time, it's 6.
If the maps were tight, man, I'd be grinding. But they're not.
I think revisit it. We'll revisit this if they do some updates or something.
Yeah.
Ground War's an
And-
8, by the way.
Right now, I can't play my play style, and I am so stubborn that I refuse to like learn how to play the game how they want me to play it, and I will just play that play style, and that's it.
Yeah.
I respect it. I found a way to, because like now in this Call of Duty, it's not like what's your KD, bro. It's what's your SPM,
What's SPM?
score per minute. Because someone is like, I have a 4 KD. What's your score per minute? Like 75, which means they don't even get a kill a minute. They're just sitting in a corner, you know,
Yeah.
like corner camping. Whereas I have like a 1.5 KD with
Mhm.
like a 350 score per minute.
Oh,
So,
which
like-
means you're popping.
Yeah. So like it means I'm doing my best to run a gun.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah. I'm finding some success. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship right
Yeah.
now.
Well, I only have a love relationship with this podcast, and unfortunately, we're
Me
gonna have to end it.
True.
Oh,
Blue, where can we find you on the internet?
You guys can find me at BlueWestlo everywhere.
You guys can find me as Daniel Sun on Instagram, twitter.com/rapep.
Mr. Fruit on some stuff. You might find me. With that said, thank you very much for listening to this podcast.
Or watching.
If you're listening, watching, if you're audio, listen wherever you want to listen to it.
Hey, rate 5 stars. It takes 2 seconds. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
shame
appreciate
you
the
if
rates.
you're not gonna rate. It takes 2 seconds.
2
do that.
seconds.
2 seconds. We appreciate it. We love you guys. We'll be here next Sunday.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Love you. Bye.